We are now in Jerusalem. This is Petra Hotel, which used to be 5 stars hotel. Today it's less than hostel. Let's say it like that. But the view is amazing, and you can see Jerusalem, especially when it's afternoon. Then the sun is in our back. Then you can see beautifully everything. Then let's start with the far away places or mountains. I don't know if you can see there. It looks more dark than the blue sky. Those are the mountains of Moab, Jordan of today. Between us and Jordan is the Dead Sea and the Jordan Valley, the Jordan River, and the Judean Desert. That is Mount of Olives. To the right, you can see the Jewish cemetery from the time of King David until now. To the left, on top of the hill, you can see two towers. The small one is Paternoster Aluana. That's where Jesus stayed at Mount of Olives and told the disciples everything. The upper one, that tower is of the ascension. That's where Jesus ascended into heaven and promised us to come back from the same place. We're turning a little bit to the left. You can see another tower. That is the Ascension Church. That is Augusta Victoria Lutheran Church. And to the left, on Mount Scopus, part of Mount of Olives for me, see all those white buildings with a tower. It's the Hebrew University on Mount Scopus. Now we know almost everything about Mount of Olives. You can see another place here. It looks a white building with so many arches. That is the Mormon University, the Mormons from Salt Lake City, Utah. If we will turn a little bit to the right, in that area, down the valley, where's my finger? Here's my finger. Down the valley is our Gardens of Gethsemane. Difficult to see it from here, but it's there. Another church that you can see from here, where's my finger? It is, I'm touching it. You can see there's kind of a brown or black dome, looks like a teardrop upside down. This is Dominus Flavit. From there, Jesus saw Jerusalem and wept. Closer to us, you can see the main symbol of Jerusalem, the Dome of the Rock, which was at the beginning, according to the Jews, the foundation of the city, the wood, not of the city. The first rock is there. Story of Abraham and Isaac happened there. Mount Moriah and the house of God were built. It was built here. Actually, were built here because we had two houses of God, and one of them was built by King Solomon. The second one was built by King Herod. Later on, when the Romans destroyed that place, used for nothing, and at the 7th century, the Muslims arrived to the word, and according to tradition, Muhammad came to Al-Aqsa right there and walked all the way to the foundation stone, and from that spot he ascended into heaven to meet God himself. Now we can understand the difficulties between Jews and Muslims. It's only about that, not about Jerusalem, not about Israel, not about Palestine. One rock. Who owns that rock? Is that the house of God or the place that Muhammad ascended into heaven? You can see a lot of domes. One of them is that white dome. That is the Jewish quarter and a beautiful synagogue. That synagogue been destroyed twice by the Muslims. The second time it been destroyed in 1948 when the Judeans occupied Jerusalem. Jerusalem was supposed to be owned by United Nations, not by Israel, not by Palestine. The Redeemer Church, Lutheran Church, but the most important thing here is that those two domes of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, that's where Jesus was crucified, died, they purified his body, and he was buried there and resurrected there. Then in that case, this is a beautiful church. To the left, you can see more towers of different churches, and that is, yeah, the left one is San Salvador, which is part of the Vatican. The city is not so big. Actually, the city begins at the Dome of the Rock and ends. Let me turn around slowly, because I'm sitting. That is Jaffa Gate. That's the end of the city. It's 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer, not so big, but so important. Another place that we didn't talk about is just beneath, below us. Look at that pool. That used to be a water system that was built. It's called Hezekiah pool, but it actually was built by King Herod. King Herod built a big city, and he needed a lot of water, but in his time he knew how to build aqueducts, that he brought water from not so far away from here, from Amila, and most of the water went to the Jewish temple that was there. Until today you can see water here, although no one uses it anymore. Let's see if I missed something special. Not so, although there are a million things to talk about it. Yeah, slowly. Beautiful, isn't it? If you like that video and you want to see more of my videos, then subscribe my channel and be my tourist. You know, you cannot reach Israel, then this is the way to be a tourist now in Israel. Subscribe my channel, write whatever you want to me, and you can send that link to every friend who loves Israel and the Holy Land. See you in my next video. Bye bye.